Hi guys. I think I got it. Did I get it? Probably not. And nobody's in here. I don't know, maybe people see this and jump over. I didn't want to do it this way. I did not want to do it this way. But clearly we're having issues. So, okay, so here's what I ended up doing. I totally shut down my OBS software, which anybody who's a YouTuber knows that OBS software is an online broadcasting software system that you use in order to screen share, because I always like to bring up different articles and things that I can share with you guys while I'm talking. So I ended up having that, and then I had my son's computer over here so that I could read your guys' comments, because I can't have YouTube up while that's happening. All I can have up while that's happening is just my little tiny things over to the side so I can click on them, and I already had everything all set up. I literally spent 25 minutes getting this set up, getting things highlighted, for you guys to have an awesome live stream with me. And so I'm in there, and then I'm watching it over here to read like your guys' comments and be able to tell you guys things that's going on. And it just kept going, and then it would just spin, and I'm like, something's totally up. And then people in the chat were telling me that they couldn't see me, that I was glitching in and out. So I'm like, okay, clearly this doesn't want to work. So I went to try to go live again with a whole new stream and just start over, and it wouldn't let me. I had shut down my OBS software. I had shut everything down. Hi, E-Rock. I'm actually feeling much better today. My voice is back. I have a lot more energy, but it's also been day 7 since I got sick. So I don't know. 7 days is usually how long a lot of things last, at least for me. I don't know how it is for a lot of other people. I mean, unless you're getting like really sick, like pneumonia or something like that. But oh, you've had it for 3 weeks. Oh, I really hope that you get better. It's crappy. The chest thing was crappy. I'm actually starting to come out of it. I haven't had to use my inhaler that much today. So I think I shut you down. I want you to talk about what you're going to talk about. Keep it up. You're doing great. Oh, yeah. I don't care. They can shut me down all over the place. I will find a way to get out there, and I will find a way to get the point across. And I'm not the only person. I'm just putting myself out there like a lot of us other YouTubers are, and exposing the truth. And you're absolutely right. They don't like it. They hate it. They hate it so much. But I think that something's definitely going on, because it started glitching out, and then I went to do another stream after closing out of my entire OBS software. So then it should go back to the normal live stream of YouTube. So I go to click on go live, and it tells me I can't. It says that I have to connect my streaming software, and I'm like, dude, I don't have my screen. I don't have that up. Like, I totally closed out of the whole thing. So there's no reason for that. Yes, I am sounding and feeling much, much better. It's like keywords, but yeah. You can't say anything. Why is it in portrait? Well, I tried to do landscape. I mean, I can try to do landscape. Yeah, it won't let me. It won't let me. Even my phone is having a problem, so I kind of have it propped up on my computer, which after it wouldn't let me go live, I was like, okay, maybe I'll just restart the computer totally. That way the OBS software wouldn't even potentially be running in the background, because I know that does happen a lot with things. So I totally restarted it. And now I'm on my phone, because it's still telling me I have to connect my streaming software. Oh, I know. Don't break your head over tech, but man, it gets so frustrating, especially since the fact that if I'm going to continue to have all these kind of issues, I commented on your last live. You look good. Thank you very much. I'm feeling much better. So I actually put a little bit of makeup on today. I normally don't wear makeup. I wear mascara and that's it. And today I was like, meh, I feel a little bit better. And I felt cruddy for so long. I was like, I gotta do a little bit of something. So yeah, I feel a little bit better. But I went to visit my parents today. My brother lives off grid on my parents' property, so I went to check out his place. He's been doing a great job with stuff up there. He's got his greenhouse going. And guys, let's talk about that real quick since, hi Ed, how are ya? Let's talk about that real quick because it's so easy to do a greenhouse. Let me tell you something. My brother has $0. Zero. He gets no money from nowhere. Not for food, not for anything. No government assistance. Like, he gets zero. Can't you have one of your daughters help you set this up, right? They should know about that unless you're quarantined away from that. No, actually, Ghost the Runner, I am not quarantined anymore. That's what I was saying in my last live stream. I contacted the Livingston County Department of Health today, and they pretty much told me I can do whatever I want. And I was like, oh, so you're not concerned about me spreading it? And they didn't seem that concerned. So if they're not concerned, I'm not concerned. I mean, I still not going into the stores. I do have to go shopping tomorrow, but I'll probably just send Samantha in or whatever, or try to keep my distance away from people and not touch things unless they're going into my cart. And I will be bagging my groceries myself. So I'll go through the easy scan and do it myself. But like I said, I've contacted the... Didn't catch that one. Oh, well, I'm the only one that's sick in my house or was sick in my house. So this is so contagious. So even the flu is contagious or a cold is contagious, everything is contagious. There are a few things that are more serious that aren't as contagious. But for the most part, any common things like that are contagious. So when you're living in a household, anytime during the normal, times, I'll get a cold and somebody else will get a cold because that's how things spread, even when you're living in close quarters and things like that in a house. So this being so contagious, and they thinking that I had it, even though they wouldn't test me or anything, didn't want to go out of their way for any of that. But my doctor telling me, that I should stay in my house for 7 days and those kind of things. None of my kids have gotten it. Brian hasn't gotten it. So they're just fine. So did I maybe have something that they didn't catch? Did I maybe have bronchitis? Because I know that that's not super, super contagious. Potentially, or could it have been this? Let's think about this. Could it have been this that they're talking about, this really scary virus, but it's not that contagious? Because this was kind of where I was going when I was discussing like the flu and the normal flu deaths and normal flu related illnesses and them saying, so I don't know that I have it. No, I don't, because they seem to not think that I need to be tested for it. So you actually have this virus, like you, snow angel, I believe is what that said. I don't know. It's up for a second and I can read it. And then it just disappears. So
you should clarify, I had you call the CDC, the New York State Health Department, and the Livingston County Health Department, and none of them gave you answers.
Right. That's what I was getting there. So they refused to test. Now I had that same thing. My doctor thought I had it because with the normal flu, now remember, how many strains of the normal flu are there, guys? So many. That's why there's a problem with the flu vaccination. I don't get it because when I'm not saying that it's all BS, so I'll get there, but just give me a second. Put out a statement to stay home unless you are dying. Yeah, that seems legit. A normal flu vaccine is created a year or so ahead of time, right? And then it's distributed based on what they think that flu season's going to look like or what strain of the flu that you're going to have. So if that's the case, you know, I don't get it because I could get a different strain. And I haven't had the flu in probably 6, 7, maybe even 10 years. New York's top infected now, not Washington. Yes, I did hear that. Right, so like you just don't know what flu strain you're going to have, and everybody's immune system is different, and everybody could pick up a different type of flu strain. That's why you hear people, oh, I don't get the flu vaccine because it makes me sick. No, that's not what's happening. You have a different strain than what you were vaccinated against because it constantly mutates. And they're saying that this thing is doing the same thing because it's a viral infection, guys. It's a respiratory viral infection. Regardless of whether you think that this is happening or not, there is a respiratory viral infection going around. Is it a new one? Is it something that's been going around? I don't know. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, yes, there's something going around. But my doctor had told me that he thinks that I have this. Wouldn't test me. Didn't want to go through the BS that he had to go through in order to get me tested. I called the CDC. They sent me to the New York State Department of Health, who then told me they would call me back. Never received a call back. It's done now day 2, and I haven't gotten a call back. I contacted Livingston County Department of Health today, and she basically told me, yeah, I don't care. So I was like, okay. So if you're telling me that I can go out and do the stuff that I need to do, plus I'm starting to feel better, clearly it's not as big of a deal, or it seems to me it's not that big of a deal, because if you were truly concerned about it, you wouldn't have said, no, do what you want to do. You would have said, continue to do what your doctor told you to do and stay in your house. No, she just told me to practice washing my hands and social distancing. So the main thing I want you guys to take away from this is this an actual illness that people are experiencing? Or let's think of it this way. Could it be a reason? There's a bigger picture a lot of the times to all of this kind of stuff that happens, because let's think about it. So the normal flu a year kills how many people? Millions. It kills millions. We don't shut the country down. We don't shut the world down for the flu. This thing has killed a couple hundred in the United States, and we're totally shut down. We can't do anything. They shut down the schools. They shut down public transportation. I know I just read a thing today where they said that our public transportation in our town, which, let's face it, guys, where I live in this community, there's a lot of individuals that don't have any money. They're very, very poor. They live, Arnold. So yes, normally that's the number for the flu per year. But I had it up, and this is why I get irritated not being able to use my software so I can show you guys. I'm getting this directly from the CDC's website that's saying they're estimating this year flu deaths would be 5 million or close to it. Anywhere between that number, the 600,000, and a couple million, up to 5 million, I believe is what it said on there. Don't quote me, I could be wrong, but I know that it was a million or more. Yes. So, nothing's done about that. We don't shut the country down for that. So there's a bigger purpose to this, guys. There's a reason why this is happening. Right, young and old, it's infecting. And the flu does the same thing. If you have underlying health conditions or a terrible immune system, you could still go to the hospital and get super ill and be in the ICU and pass away from having the flu. It's not just old people who die from the flu. So same thing with this thing. Now they're saying younger people are getting it. Unknown, and this has just only begun. The flu has been around for a long time now, and they've profited. Right, yeah, and that's another thing. Well, everything that they do is skewed. And I'm super irritated that I have to do this on my phone. Because I found a thing, and I want you guys to look this up, okay? So this is new, right? We didn't know anything about this before March or the end of February. Wrong. That's wrong. Even per the CDC. You bring the CDC's website up and I can write it in the comments afterwards. If I can, actually, you know what? Let me move you guys. Let me pull up my little computer here. If it wants to load, see, my computer won't even turn on, guys. This is so frustrating. Will you please just open up? For real. Love technology. It's great. Panicking while they're passing legislation. Right. Well, they're doing things that they can do. Oh, I forgot Brian had. Let me see if I can bring up my bookmarks here. Hold on. End of time. What facts are you talking about? It's very hard to make me change my mind, so you'd have to really be super convincing. I'm just saying that right now. I've done a lot of research and have been around a lot of people who have had things happen, and it's very, very difficult for me to. Let me see which one it is. Back and have to worry about this. Yes, well, that's what I was trying to get to. So I have this thing and I'm looking it up right now so that I can give it to you guys and tell you where that you need to go. I would be showing it on. Now, I'm not telling you that this is accurate information because clearly it's coming from the CDC and we all know how they like to skew their numbers to fit their agenda, but guess the runner. I wasn't saying that young people can't die from this. I just said young and old people can get both the flu and this and have respiratory issues and pass away from it because that's just what happens. That's the thing. You guys have to listen. You can't just be throwing things out there. You have to listen and pay attention. So, right, livestock. No, I will never say that any type of infection, virus, cold, anything, the cold can kill you. You can die from drowning in a teaspoon of freaking water. Like, anybody can die from anything. So for them to say, or for anybody to say, oh, it doesn't affect young people. Yeah. I don't believe it. So, okay, so I think this is the one. This is one. Yes, this is the one. Okay, first of all, okay, end of time. I mean, that's fine. Everybody has their own views. Everybody has their own opinions. You can have your own opinion. I can have mine. As long as it doesn't cause a fight, as long as we can agree to disagree. I'm not sure what, I don't even want to get into it. Yeah. The livestock, and I already learned in my animal science classes and things for everything that everything is vaccinated against this. So it's been a vaccination in dogs and cats, cattle, all sorts of things have been bad. BML, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that so much. You have no idea. Cameron is just chomping at the bit for me to help him set his channel up. So, and he's got lots of time to do his channel now for sure because he's getting his desk all set up and he's getting his computers all set up. He has two, and he's getting his TVs all set up so that he can start doing his game live streaming. So if you know anybody that wants to check him out, he's gonna be streaming all the time. Live for me, my symptoms are doing much better now. Clearly you can hear it in my voice. I can talk. I haven't been coughing as much. I've got more energy back. I'm feeling much more like myself. What's my livestock for this virus that's out now in 2011? Yep. So like these have been things that have been done for a long time. They've been vaccinating animals against this. And then now, but from what they're saying, and of course, do we ever always agree on what they're saying? No, because anything that comes across in the media is always yeah, is always has to be taken with a grain of salt. And then you have to go do your own research because you can't believe anything that they say. Is he going to be screen capturing instead of recording the screen from outside with the camera? Yes, he is going to be screen capturing. He wants me to teach him, to set it up, his own OBS software, so that he can screen share what he's doing and have it be like the professional people, I guess you want to call them, that do it. Because he has missions for like Fortnite and all these kind of cool things that he's doing, and he's only 11 and he's got all of these plans for this channel, and I think he's going to do really great at it because he's one of those kids that's just like out there, and yeah, he's got a lot of energy and a lot of patience, and that's not me. So this is cdc.gov/coronavirus/2019. I know that was a lot. I will copy a link to this into the live stream when it's done, so you guys can actually click on it in the description where my fair use disclaimer and all of that. But down here, I thought this was very interesting, so let me read you a little bit as far as this goes. Karachi, I'm going to keep calling it Karachi because Samantha told me I should call it the Rona, but I like Karachi. It's just fun to say. Come on. So the Karachi cases in the United States by date of illness onset. Yes, I have a bookmark for that, Tubular, and I want to talk about that too because I think it's very interesting. So, and it's important information that people need to actually read into and pay attention to, because this is a SARS -CoV-2 illness. So it came from that strain, and from what I was reading from microbiologists and all sorts of things, now there are 2 strains, potentially they think there's going to be a 3rd strain. It's continuously mutating, and somehow, some way, this found a way to mutate itself, because it never used to be transmitted from human to human. It used to be animal to animal, and then it became animal to human, and then was able to go human to human. So, I'm trying, guys. Okay, everyone was talking about a patent for the virus, but they didn't read it right. It was a patent for a vaccine applied for... Okay, I kind of read some of that. All of this stuff is told to us ahead of time, so just bear that in mind. They might not come right out and be like, we're going to release a virus, because that's not how they work things. But we're told in TV shows, we're told in movies, we're preconditioned and pre-programmed for all of the things that happen. A vast majority of them. I'm not going to say all of them because it's not always all of them, but a vast majority of the things that happen, we're told ahead of time in nonchalant ways. Yes, I was checking out Event 201. I was reading a little bit into it today. I had not previous until I started seeing it pop up on another YouTuber's channel that I watch, and I started doing some research. So I'm not going to talk anything about that. I want to do a live stream just on that, because the information is absolutely fascinating on Event 201, and I want to have some good things and do some digging and find some other information, things to discuss as far as Event 201 is concerned. But I don't know enough about it, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know things that I don't know, because really I know some stuff, but I don't know a whole lot about anything. Isn't that the whole purpose of everything, is to learn and grow and learn new things and get new information? I'm not surprised on that one, Tubular. I'm not surprised at all. He's all over everything. And then, like I was saying yesterday, Mr. Who steps down and is hiding in a bunker while he's watching his handiwork play out. So that's another thing there's so many facets to this, so many layers, so many outcomes that could potentially be occurring. And the worst part is, unless all of us join together, I absolutely think this is spreading on purpose. I think this was done intentionally. I think that it is spreading intentionally. Whether it was them spreading it intentionally or somebody else made it look like it was them spreading intentionally, that's probably an answer we're never going to know. But do we know where the country is going to go as far as their blame is concerned? They're not going to say that somebody intentionally made it look like they spread it. We're going to always just say that it was them because there's a narrative that they want followed. And the sheeple, the people that aren't like you and myself, that aren't paying attention, looking at the bigger picture and going, crap, that doesn't make any sense, realize that right now, today, our human, I'm not talking about civilian rights, I'm not talking about constitutional rights, I'm talking about our human rights are being stripped away from us every day. Usually it's little by little, they just kind of skim a little bit off the top, leave the rest, and nobody's the wiser. Now, with all of this, they literally just went and yeah, we'll just chuck it to the side. You don't need to worry about that because you don't need it. And most people are sitting back going, okay, I can't do anything about it, so I'm just gonna la la la. And that's the problem. There's not enough of us. And no matter how loud we scream at these people, they're not waking up. They're not getting it. They're not understanding. They're not putting it's like a giant I was thinking about this today and I thought it was kind of funny. I was chuckling to myself. It's like a giant connect the dots. We're connecting all these little dots and we're making the bigger picture and we're seeing what the heck is going on, and all these other people are way outside, not even anywhere near the connect the dots because they're just okay with whatever. Oh, you want to take away my sports? Okay. Oh, you want to shut down my school? Okay. Oh, you want to do this? Okay. So if we don't have enough people to do it, I don't know how anything's going to change. I think it's going to take more of what's already happening. I think it's going to take a total shutdown. I think it's going to take military on the streets. It's going to fall apart. They're going to reap what they sow, and we're going to have to build our economy. Yeah, everything's going to have to be built back up again. And guess who's going to be paying for it? We are. So, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a really long while. I left a message below your first live stream tonight, but you should check that out tonight when you sign up. Okay, RH, I totally will check that out. I think I still have that up. I don't know. They saw that I put media in there next to mass hysteria, and they totally demonetized me immediately. It was like 5 seconds after I put it up, I saw, so I was like, oh, that's cool. Didn't expect that one coming. Martial law. That's what I'm talking about. I think that in order for enough of us to rise up, other than the people like, yeah, you can share it on this live stream and I'll be able to see it then, RH, when I sign off of here, because I'm not sure if I left that one up or not. I know that it was showing on my YouTube stream that there was like all of these people, well, not all of these people, but all of these live streams started because my computer was just going totally haywire, and I went through trying to delete them, hoping that would reset it, and I don't know if it worked or not. I asked them last why you just stopped. Oh, yeah, because they probably didn't like what I was talking about, and my entire internet had to be rebooted, Brian said. The only reason why I was able to continue doing that while he rebooted the internet here at the house was because I have unlimited data on my phone. So I was like, okay, screw it. If it's not going to work on here, I'm going to pull out my phone and I'll just do it on there. Everybody will be fine with it. It'll be okay. Thank you. Really graceful, latest. Just really graceful. I'm confused. Elaborate. RH, can you elaborate on that? Because I'm not really sure what you're talking about. So this CDC thing, like I said, I'll leave a link in it. This starts back on January 12th. So when were we in the US advised that there were cases and this could spread? Oh, thank you, E-Rock. She's a YouTuber. It's the name of her YouTube. All right, I'll have to check that out. I have a cat scratching. Hold on. My animals always want to be in the room with me. So I picture one time a long time ago of them crossbreeding rabbits. Hey, hold on, guys. Skylar, can you stop? What's up?
Can I borrow the car?
Yeah. Okay. Where are you going?
To there.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. How long are you gonna be?
Not too long. I should be like 11:30.
That's fine. I'm not planning on going anywhere. Sorry, guys. 100 kids, 100 animals. You know, it's like a zoo around here. It's super fun. Anyway, I meant that in a really good way. Will the internet go down to less people and companies to keep it going? I don't know how to answer that. Hi, guys. I'm doing good. Is the internet gonna go down? Maybe. You saw the issues that I was having, but we've started seeing these issues occurring more and more frequently over the past year or so. There could be small bouts, I think, is what you're mainly going to see, small bouts of it going down. So, I don't know. I tried to stay off the internet as much as possible, other than my researching to do my shows and things like that. My kids were on it all day long. I've had dreams I listen to. Yeah, I've been having a lot of weird dreams lately too. But the CDC website, I'm really going to stay focused on this right now because I'm totally all over the place tonight, as you can clearly see. This started back in January, okay? So we weren't advised that there was anything going on here in the United States until what, February? The end of February? This is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like it was like the end of February. This says January 12th. RH, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it so much. My son's going to be so excited to get some stuff. He's going to be so excited. You have no idea. This is saying that there was cases here being reported. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. You guys have no idea. Especially in these times. Oh my goodness. I hope none of you guys are being like severely impacted by this as far as jobs, as far as that kind of stuff. The government does have the web switch. Yes, they do. They're in control of everything. I'm addicted to the internet, but I can live without it if it happens since I'm an active person. Yes, same here. I like to watch my YouTubes, but I usually do those late at night because that's when I start waking up. I don't know. It's been weird. Anyway, this is reporting... Jobs, yes. Last job, but I think oh, Juanita, I'm very, very sorry. I hope, you can find some relief or something can, come back on for you soon. I hope. It's awful. It's awful. Now Governor Cuomo is saying, let's reduce unnecessary workforce down to 25%. Dude, how? How are you going to reduce the workforce down to 25%? Are you kidding me? We already had 2 people in Walmart on a cash register. So what's that going to make? Somebody's leg? Like, I really don't understand how that's going to work. You want to reduce the non-necessary workforce down to 25% when there was already an issue with no lines being open and no associates anywhere for any help with anything. And now there's mass chaos on top of it. So you want even less people to be in the store. Okay, that's a good idea. In a store, which doesn't even make any sense anyway, because you close down all the bars and restaurants, yet you're going to have everybody in the grocery store or Walmart, 500 people at a time. They don't say the internet crashed due to many people being on it. I agree. That's a good one. I agree. Any excuse that isn't their fault. Okay, really focusing on this CDC thing. Oh my goodness, I'm all over the place tonight. Okay, so we didn't hear about it until February, the end of February. This is reporting cases as far back in the United States. So you got to look deep into this stuff, and it's way down at the bottom, of course. Way down at the bottom. That the reported cases started January 14th with 2. Then there was none on the 15th. There was 1 on the 16th. These are January, guys. This wasn't even supposed to be here by that point in time, right? We didn't know anything about this, supposedly. It was over in China, and it wasn't even here. Yeah, right. The CDC is reporting there's cases here. This is the problem, because people don't actually sit down and do research. They watch the Kardashians instead of actually looking at things and paying attention to things that are going on in other countries that are affecting us. They're like, oh, what are you wearing today? Right. China didn't announce their breakout until January 22nd. Yet we're reporting cases, according to the CDC, on January 14th in the United States. But it's not going to come here. It's going to stay in China, right? Skylar, do you really have to do that? You're driving me insane, girl. My daughter's cat. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then the 16th there was a case. Then there was a couple of days where there were no cases. And then case, no case. 3 cases on January 25th. And so on and so forth. And so on and so forth. 4 cases the beginning of February. 5 cases. 4 cases. These are all the beginning of February. 5 cases. 10 cases. 10 cases. February 20th. I don't remember hearing about it a whole lot, to the point where it's something where we need to shut down the freaking country until the end of February. And then we started talking about it before when we were taking our midterm, so the first week in March. Oh, my necklace. These are actually my dog's ashes. So if you guys have followed, like the government says, I mean, I see them taking it for themselves, but I just want to ask still. The masks. I'm up in the air with the mask thing. Yeah, election year too. I mean, there's so many things that are happening this year. So, the mask. Okay, sure, wear a mask. And then you don't have anything on your hands and you were touching your face and you're sick. Or somebody else wasn't wearing the mask and they were sick and touching their face and then touching everything that you just touched. So, there's that. I mean, they knew, Tubular. They knew what it was doing. And it came from the wet markets. I haven't done my infectious disease class yet as far as my animal science is concerned, to be a vet tech. I haven't done that yet. But I'm going to sit back from the knowledge that I do have. And I'm going to say, here's what happens. Okay, so let's talk about parasites, because I am taking a parasitology class. So a virus is like a parasite, right? It has to get into the host, it has to do what it's doing with the host, infect the host, and then it has to move on, reproduce, do its thing, right? So this is how parasites work, especially parasites that get into the gut or the respiratory system. And it's the same as far as a virus is concerned, because a virus is a parasite. Like I said, it needs to find a host that it can infect and live and do its thing, to mutate and move on. So this virus in particular that they're talking about, that couldn't spread from animal to human, they're saying came from a bat. Okay, first of all, that's gross. Besides the point, I'm sure people are eating bats, which is disgusting. Second of all, they're saying that it's like on the wet market. black market, whatever, over there. Which I can totally see that as a thing too. And I have seen videos, they're not the most sanitary. So, I mean, there's that. So then this person eats the meat that isn't prepared properly and has this infection in it. And it does its thing. It would have to take that particular, because that's a host that it's not used to going into a human. Okay, that's a foreign host. At that point, it has no idea where it is, what it's doing, or where it's going to go in the system. So it doesn't want to be there. It wants to get back to a host that it's used to, that it knows how it can reproduce and multiply and do what it needs to do. So it's in a foreign host when it's in a human to start with. So what they're saying is, instead of going through the normal thing like all other parasites or all other viruses go through, where it has to go along the lines for a long time to develop the ability to make that host be a host that it can feed off of and cause infection to, it did it instantaneously. So that person touched somebody and then it became infected. That's not how it works. That's not an accurate statement. Anybody who takes a science class and knows anything about infections or parasites or anything like that, they all basically work the same with some variations depending on whether it's an outside of your body parasite or an inside of your body parasite. So, my thinking, it came from a lab. What lab? I don't know. Was it released on purpose? I don't know. Was it released accidentally? I don't know. These are probably things that we're never going to know the answers to. Only because why would they want to tell us the truth? Because lab text. So experimental animal for extra money. That's a very good thing, Tubular. They totally could have done that. And that sounds like something that not only people over there would do, but people right here would do. Do you see all those things? Oh, $7,000 and you can be a guinea pig for this virus. No, thank you. I don't want to be a guinea pig for nothing. Do not jab me with anything. I don't know what's in it. Here's the thing, guys. So I have another article I want you guys to take a look at, and I want you to read. I want you to really read it. I don't know if you guys watch the news or any of that. Oh, I don't have it bookmarked. Crap, of course not, because I had it all pulled up and ready to go, and it disappeared because my computer. They're watching me, guys. They're watching me in my computer, and they don't like me at all. They do not like me. They don't like the things that I say. They don't get any of it. Oh. The drugs. Yeah, somebody had mentioned earlier the drugs that they're coming out with. Let's take a look at this. No bueno, guys. No bueno. When it first came out in China, China's students stole it from out Canada underground testing labs and took it home to China. See, Arnold, this is the thing. This is like the 15th thing I've heard as to how it got wherever I got to, or how it came from wherever it came from, whatever. There's just so much. It makes my head spin. Marfugel News, yeah, he's good. I like him. He reports on the stuff that's up, and I had you guys buy my drink, and I really need a drink, so hold on. Iced tea. I was going to make a hot cup of tea, but I just got home. And it was kind of really nice out here today. So I was like, I'm going to just drink regular tea. People from infecting others by stopping the vapor breath from getting past the mask. Yes, that's true. But if they're touching things too, then you have to disinfect every single thing that they touch. So that's kind of a pain in the rear end. Okay, so he announced today that the FDA is making experimental drugs, including those used for treating malaria. Question mark? Question mark. Do any of you guys know anything about malaria? Maybe you can fill me in as to why they're trying to treat a upper respiratory infection with drugs that treat malaria. I haven't heard a lot about malaria, and I haven't done a whole lot of research on malaria, but maybe somebody can give me some insight. Is it similar? Is malaria a super bad upper respiratory infection? Like what's the deal with it being a malaria drug? Oh, and then this. The Surgeon General urges healthy Americans to donate blood. Question mark. Another really big question mark, guys. Why is it that they have to use every single thing that happens as a donate blood tactic? Why do you want so much blood, guys? People aren't bleeding out everywhere. They're not freaking bleeding out of their eyes, nose, and ears and need blood transfusions. They have difficulty breathing and they need a respirator and some oxygen. Oh no, Canada's texting. This is going. The skin will keep germs from infecting you. Just have to wash them off. Right. Exactly. Good luck with that. Good luck getting people to wash anything. Trump announced at a White House press briefing chloroquine. What is with this malaria thing? Oh, they're going to make it available to test whether it helps patients recover from coronavirus. It's a respiratory virus! Respiratory! They are saying different blood types are targeted. Yes, I did hear that. Brian was asking me today. He's like, what blood type are you? I'm like, I don't freaking know. I know my mom's like OB or something like that, but I don't freaking know what I am. I have no idea. Who knows? I'm all over the place, guys, tonight. I'm so sorry. Holy cow. This having to do it from my phone. I had everything up and yeah. Canada's testing all vaccines from malaria and finding. Oh, so they're finding similarities. Let's try again. Similarities between those. Okay. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Okay, so I had a list of things that I had pulled up and had written down. Don't use toilet seat covers. Skin is the first offense. Right. Well, skin is your first offense. It's your first barrier to everything. And your hair, your eyelash hairs, your eyebrow hairs. I mean, your hairs and all the little hairs that are on your arms. Like, people are like, oh, I don't like hair on my arms. It's a protective barrier. Like, leave your freaking hair alone. Clearly, you're supposed to have hair. You were born with it. It's there for a reason. China gave jumps to people with certain blood. Yes. Types because they think that they are better at it than other blood types. That's funny. I'm not surprised. Okay, so guys, what about these massive earthquakes that have been happening too? And then we're supposed to get snow, or they're getting snow on top of all of this craziness. Can you imagine? My kids are like, it's the end of the world. Yes, hairs in the nose and ears. Yes, you are absolutely correct. Well, because we just have a vertical ear canal for humans. That's why people have massive ear infections all the time, because literally it's very short and it's your only protective measure in your ears other than your hair. And if that gets destroyed for some reason, or people who are like snorting stuff destroy all the hairs in their nose, and then that's why they always have problems with like nose congestion and like congestion right in here. You can see half your face. Good? Is that better? Sorry. I'm trying to read and I'm blind and old, so like just bug motel. Actually, earwax is supposed to be good. You're supposed to have a certain amount of earwax in your ears to help with things. Not a whole ton where it like blocks everything off, but Oh, here's a question I have for you guys. What about all the people that are coming in during this mass panic? Old. I am old. I'm going to be 35 next Friday, so I don't want to talk about it. That's old for me. I still feel like I'm 15, and I wish I still was sometimes. And no, I don't actually. No. I don't want to be 15. I'm changing my mind on that very quickly. I would not want to grow up in this society. Anyway, are the people with the flu that are going to get help? Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are like my parents' age, which I think is totally awesome because, you know, I've always had like that happy-go-lucky spirit, but know what the heck is going on with the brain. What about the people that are coming in to these healthcare facilities with all this mass panic going on, and all they have is the flu, and they just want some relief? Like, or what about all the people that are older and going in with just the flu and need oxygen or respirators? What's going to happen to those people? You know, the more people that die from that than what we're dealing with right now. What's going to happen to them? I don't know. What do you guys think? You think it's going to be worse? I think it's going to be worse. I think they're not going to get helped. And I think we're going to see the numbers skyrocket this year because of it. Because when they're all said and done with all of this craziness, they're going to come back and be like, oh, and then we had all these people die from the flu because we used all of our respirators and oxygen and all the people who had just a mild upper respiratory infection. So, that's going to be awesome. Oh, and what about Trump issuing the wartime laws? What's everybody think about that? Here, people have been jamming up our ER for many years over a cold or a flu. It's effing nuts. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's something where somebody my age who, like, I didn't go to the ER. Like, they're asking me on the phone when I'm calling these places, you need to go to the ER? I'm like, I'm still breathing. I'm fine. Like, I don't go to the doctor unless I have to. So I went to the doctor on Tuesday because I wanted to be tested for the flu, and he wouldn't test me. So just so I could get some like Tamiflu or something, but I guess it's something that you can get over. Like, I haven't had the flu in like 8 years, so I don't know. Like, I guess Tamiflu is something that like you can get over the counter. Tons of military equipment on move. Yes, me too. Tons and tons and tons. Even around my little area here, there's tons of military equipment all over the place. But what about like this? Maybe that's why flu deaths will skyrocket. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. 2 birds with 1 stone, guys. Right? That's probably what they're thinking. Yeah, man, this is gonna kill so many more people. Yeah, that's totally what they're thinking. I'm gonna be in so much trouble when they watch this video. It's gonna be great. Anyway, what about these? I don't know what he calls it, but that's the Trump issued wartime laws that he set into place. What about that? Blessing to you and your family and friends. I was trying to look at the blood transfusion or plasma as like what China was found. Promise for a cure. Yeah, that sketches me out too. Anything that they do anymore just sketches me right the freak out. Like I said, I'm super glad they didn't test me for that. I probably would have been like, I'm feeling better, please don't. Like, if they call me and they're going to be like, we need to test you for it, I'm going to be like, yeah, I really just went to my doctor to get a flu test. And then when all of that stuff happened, I thought, maybe I'll make some phone calls because this is interesting information for other people to know. And that was the whole point in me going on this journey in the first place. Not because I want them shoving something all the way to the back of my throat so that it can collect my RNA and turn it into DNA sequencing. No, thank you. I want a flu test. And I didn't get one. And it's just fascinating to me. Issuing wartime laws. He is trying to get to... Right, well, But at the same time, what can he do with those is the question. Which I guess is what... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It goes up your nose to the back of your throat. Like, they literally, like, with it. So, no, a strep swab is the back of your throat. That's awful. I hate it. Hey, little pepper lady, they just enlisted. What do you mean they enlisted the military? Like, what do you mean? Did they, like, call out the military? Am I missing something? It's 10:35 at night. I'm confused. What's going on? Somebody fill me in. I'm all the way from my, like, stuff. It's freaking me out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fine. I actually went and picked up some yarn from my mother earlier today. I'm super excited. I'm going to start making blankets for everybody. Saw it on the news. They're in the city. Gas the runner. You're in New York City, you said, right? Let me pull this up here and see. We might have some stuff going on, guys. Might have more stuff going on. Let me see. I'm sure you guys are super irritated with me tonight. You're probably like, oh my god, she's out of control. I apologize. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood because I feel so much better today. I can... Statewide order to stay inside. Okay, so now California just announced. Yes, I can breathe. I've only had to use my inhaler like twice today. I might need to use it again after talking a whole lot since it's going up on an hour here, which I'll stay going as long as you guys want me to go. Sane one in the U.S. No, the only sane one in the USA on here. Hey. Me? No, I'm not sane. I'm so far from sane. Anyway, California governor announces statewide order to stay inside. California. I'm so glad I got out of there so quickly. Mitch McConnell's stimulus proposal. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. France makes 14-day criminal. See, I get bored reading this stuff. It's terrible. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, but I mean, I'm just checking here. So, Uber is fear-mongering. Everybody's fear-mongering. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Okay, so my son in November was... Yeah, it was November. So why are military here now? Like, they already called National Guard. This is concerning. I hope you get lots of rest tonight. Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna get... I usually don't go to bed till like 2 o'clock in the morning, guys. Really. My brain's like... Oh, here's a big thing. Here's a big thing. How are we all gonna feel when, like, things are... Let's say this continues for, like, the next 4 months. Let's just say 4 months. Because what have they been? Zeus, Farisky, lay down. What have they been forecasting? That it's going to be a while, right? They're saying till August. That's what the president's saying. July, August. Okay. So let's just say this continues on for like 4 months, right? We're not going to take things for granted. At least for a short period of time. I mean, there's going to be those terrible people out there who are like, whatever. Yeah, there's not going to be any trade with China. Yeah, especially since we're playing the blame game. And Trump keeps throwing it in everybody's face, which is super funny. But anyway, yeah, no trade's going on with China. Oh my God, the USA will actually have to bring back jobs and make things here. That would be so terrible because, like, our jobs would stay here and stuff. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm at the point anymore where I'm like, shut me down. I don't care. I'm pretty sure that's what they were trying to do tonight was, like, totally take my channel down because they don't like the stuff that I'm saying. Whatever. But we're not going to take things for granted anymore. Right, guys? Like, at least the majority of us are going to be super thankful when we go to the grocery store and there's freaking toilet paper. Grabs a taxi, picked up a guy from the hospital, hacking all in the back of the car, didn't give him warning or an option to decline at the end of the ride. And what? That's insanity. People are disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. I have like, I don't know, I'm so over the human race. I mean, I love you guys. You guys are great, but the rest of them, bleh. We're supposed to make things here, not exactly. Like, Trump said we are going to have to stop depending on China for drugs. Yes. Like, we have the capability to make things here. We've always made things in the USA. And then it was cheaper to shut everything down and have them make it. I didn't appreciate anything before. I don't, yeah. I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing. You get so conditioned and so used to and get going on so well with your life and how things are that, like, you don't even acknowledge the fact that you can walk into a room and flick a switch and there's light. You go to the faucet and hit the handle and there's water and it's warm. Like, or you can go to the store and get whatever you want in any freaking color, product, whatever that you want. And, oh, I've always chosen animals. I gotta stop right there. I've always chosen animals all over everything. I mean, you guys can't see, but like, there's Zeus, because, yeah, he doesn't leave my side. There's Izzy. I did have a cat in here. I'm not sure where she went. Oh, yeah, I opened the door for her because she was being a pain in the... Can you please get off my jacket? I mean, I love you. Please get off my jacket. Oh, my goodness. Anyway. I love my animals. My animals are my life. So, we're not going to take the things for granted anymore. When we walk into a grocery store and see those kind of things sitting on the shelf, we're going to be like, oh, my goodness. There's toilet paper. I am so thankful for toilet paper. Okay, Zeus, just because I showed you doesn't mean you have to be all up in my butt. Yes, he does. He always has to be up my butt. You say hi? Say hi. Okay. I love you too. Okay. I don't want to eat you. Like, no. Do I pick up stray cats? I have 5 cats. Or no, I just... Okay, go lay down. Go lay down. Now. Thank you. Yes. I'm not sure what he is. Other than he's a lab, so I don't know. But... covered in dog slobber. I'm not sure what he is. No, I don't pick up stray cats. I have 5 cats because I'm obsessed with animals, and I always am just like, oh, I really want to adopt that. And then Brian gets really super mad at me, and he's like, if you bring one more freaking animal home... Yeah, he always gives me big kisses. He never leaves my side. He's my guardian angel. He protects me from everybody. Somebody tries to come in that door, he's going to be there like... I'm going to have a zoo. I do have a zoo. I have the... Okay, no. Well, I'm talking, dude. Every time I'm on the phone, you're like a toddler. You can play with it when I'm done. I'm almost done. You can play with it then. Always put together. They're all riled up now. Okay. They're terrible. They have to follow me and do everything with me all the time. They literally have to be in this room with me. They can't be outside the door. They'll freak out. Are letting people defer mortgage payments. Yes, I saw that. So, okay, so yes, I understand giving money to the American people because you're cutting workforces, you're closing things down. People can't, do whatever to survive. They can't live. They can't go to work. They have to stay home either to, because their workplace is not able to, do that, or they have to stay home and take care of their kids because there's no school and somebody has to teach these kids. Like, these kids have to have online learning, or like with my children, they got packets sent home in the mail. They have to do their work and somebody has to help them. They're not going to do it on their own. You found another one? Are you for real right now? Yes, IRS is putting off the tax time. They gave me an albuterol inhaler. So Brian was super mad because he gets the junk stuff and I got the good stuff. And I was like, well, I can't breathe. So, I've heard a lot of places where they're saying that their stores are really stocked. I haven't been in the stores in a couple of days and just know that what I reported on was what my brother had told me, and he had gone in the store earlier. So, I don't know. I'll probably go tomorrow. I gotta get a couple of things. So I guess I'll see then how it's looking. Maybe the panic buying is over. I don't know though. As more things shut down, I'm sure the panic buying is just going to continue. And then I did see, I don't know if there's anybody in here from Pennsylvania, but I did hear something about the rest stops being shut down in Pennsylvania. Yes, they've put limits on all of the things, which I think is great. You shouldn't be allowed to go into a store and buy 20 freaking things of eggs and all of the milk so nobody else can purchase them. Like, people are so selfish. It irritates me so bad. Yeah, where is everybody from? Let me know where everybody's from. That's always cool. I know I got some people. Limits in Ohio as well. Yeah, that's good. No rubbing. What are you going to do with the rubbing alcohol? Texas. Oh, you're from Pennsylvania. No, I probably. You know who I'm talking about. No RMASJEANS 82. Texas, Kansas City, Mobile, Oregon, Pennsylvania let prisoners go. I was hearing about that. Yes, everybody does need guns and ammos. So let me ask you, Pennsylvania people, this question, because I saw it and I want to get my facts straight and not be spreading lies, like, because I'm not me the prepper game. Yeah, they need to put buying limits on everything. But what's going on in Pennsylvania with the rest stops being shut down and them not allowing people to walk up at fast food restaurants to get their food? Is that a case? Is that something that's going on? Because if it is, and it's not just in Pennsylvania, we're going to have a serious problem, guys. Because think about it. If you're shutting down the ability for these truck drivers who are going all across the country to deliver food, if they don't have a place to sleep, if they can't go to the bathroom, take a shower, they can't drive an 18-wheeler through the freaking McDonald's drive-through. It's not a thing. It's not going to happen. So if there's no dine-in restaurants, like if you're shutting down rest stops, how are they going to get food? These people are going to go on strike. They're not going to continue working, and then we're all going to be screwed because they're not going to be delivering our food. So is this a thing? I'm asking the people in the chat who are from Pennsylvania. Have you heard anything about this? Like, are they shutting down the rest stops and not allowing them to walk through? Porta potties for the truckers at my warehouse. Oh, good. That's awesome. Even if you could put them on the side of the highways, absolutely. We need to make sure that they are taken care of so that they continue to deliver the stuff that we need. Open our life-sustaining businesses and locations. Food isn't life-sustaining? Is that what they're thinking? Is that what their thought process is? Is that food isn't life-sustaining? So, like, for a truck driver to walk through to get their food from McDonald's, that's not life-sustaining? Like, clearly they're not going to be able to, let's say it's a small grocery store and that's the only one in 600 miles, which we all have been there. Most of us know how that goes. Like, they can't pull in with their big rig. They gotta walk all that way to the grocery store. Like, food is obsolete. Is that true? I had a friend. I just don't understand it. So, okay, here's a funny thing. So let's have some humor before we sign off for the night. So if they're shutting down all these restrooms, are people going to be getting pulled over for, or getting tickets for pulling over in indecent exposure because they have to take a piss and a shit on the side of the road? I mean, excuse my language, but is that what's going to happen? Because if there's not a bathroom for 200 miles and somebody has to go, like, are they going to start being like, you can't do that? What do you want me to do with it? Like, it's not a rest stop. Got toilet paper in my car, or maybe I probably don't. I've got McDonald's napkins in my car. Like, can I just like pull over to the side of the road and do what I gotta do? Are you gonna give me a ticket for it? Seriously? Baby wipes. Yeah, they're getting all those off the shelves too. Right. They won't let them walk up to the. How else are they supposed to get their food? They don't. The trucks aren't equipped with a giant size refrigerator and a microwave. Like, they can't even do a microwave dinner. Like, if there's not a place for them to get food, how are they supposed to eat? Adult diapers. Yeah, don't do that. You need to wear an adult diaper for your entire 1,500-mile truck that you have to take. The whole thing is the amount of actual stupidity I've seen out of this entire thing. Like, I knew there was a lot of stupid people out there, but this brings that to a whole new level. Like, I didn't think it was this bad. I knew it was pretty bad, but wow. Workers will walk a trucker's order. That's great. They need to do that. They need to be doing that in the U.S. Or if some person's sitting in your car, and I'm not going to say what kind of a person, and you see a truck driver pull to the side of the road and start walking over there, why don't you offer to drive around and get their meal and pay for it for them? They're delivering your food. That's the decent thing to do. But humanity and humility have lost. We've lost it, or has lost us. I don't know. It could go either way, depending on how you want to look at it. It's just absolutely unbelievable, and this has brought out the most stupid people I've ever known in my entire life. Front and center. Me too, Spencer. Me too. Idiocracy. Yep. Idiocracy at its finest. That should be what's written somewhere. Entering the United States. Idiocracy at its finest. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh, it's going to get way worse. It's going to get way worse. But that's what needs to be written there. As you enter our borders. Actually catch a live stream. Good to see you. Zoom Con 7.62, I think that said. Yes, you caught a live stream. I am late tonight. Computer problems. Thank you. Big hearts back to you too. Canning jars. Dude, I need to get my pressure canner from my mother. So then I can start doing that, because I really need to start doing that too. I have a lot of free time on my hands. Like I said, I got yarn and some patterns. Yeah, I have to start my stupid online classes, which is going to be a total joke because half of my teachers don't even know how to use a computer, let alone freaking do online classing. So Monday, that's going to be fun. But at least I get to sit here in front of my PJs and have my animals around me and pretend like I'm listening. They can see my face, but I'm not really going to be paying attention. Pressure canner. Yep, pressure canner. I'm doing a lot of yard work. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, guys. This is how I'm going to end this show tonight, because I know that we've kind of been all over. My favorite color, orange. Can you tell? Always orange. Oh, I was talking about this too. This is my dog, Cody. I had to put him down, so I had his name engraved with a little angel wing. And these are his ashes in here. It's actually glued shut in this little canister with a little paw print on it. So I don't take this off other than take a shower. But then it goes right back on me. And it stays on me and he stays with me. I mean, I have a big bucket up here with his ashes in it. But I saw this and had to get it. He's my best friend, and he's no longer with me. So, yeah. Anyway, so what was I saying? I wanted to end on something. It's gone. It's totally gone. It's been a long day. I was gonna tell you guys something, and I'm sure I'll be thinking of it while I'm finishing up what I needed to do, what I wanted to tell you. With you in heart. Things will be. There was something somebody said. Okay, so no, that's not what I wanted to say. Was see pressure. Take this time, okay? A lot of us are off of work, or a lot of us, a lot of you are probably retired. There's quite a few older individuals that follow me. Which I think is freaking awesome, because the older generation is the generation we need to be paying attention to, because they didn't have all of this crap, and they know what's up. So try telling that to a 17 or a 15 or a 10-year-old, and they're like, yeah, learn new skills. Go out and do something new. Enjoy the internet while you have it up. You're going to choke on that bone. Enjoy the internet while you have it up, because there's so many different things that you can learn on YouTube. You can learn how to make things and garden and do different things. So learn a new skill. Take the time to go do things. You have things that you haven't been able to do that you want to do it. This is the time to do it. It's springtime. Things are warming up. The birds are chirping. It's going to start smelling so great outside from the grass and the trees. Like, we need to learn new things. And can't get together in large groups, but get together, introduce yourself to other people in your community, because they're all cooped up too, and they're all doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. So get to know each other. Practice social distancing. No, I'm not. Whatever. Get to know people around you, because if things do end up getting locked down and there's going to be a real SHTF situation, you're going to want them on your side. You're not going to want them over to you, knocking on the door or knocking down your door, trying to steal your stuff. You want to get them on your side. Arnold, where are you? Because I heard there's supposed to be snow, like, out west area. Yes, learn new skills. So that's what I wanted to end on, is everybody learn new skills, take this time to learn new skills. And okay, I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm gonna need my inhaler. So bringing back my catchphrase, changing it up a little bit. So what I'm gonna say is, I'm just reading, sorry. So, whether you're having a good day or a bad day, everything happens for a reason. Just stick with it. We're all going to be fine. We're all going to get through it together. Take this time, enjoy your family, your friends, just not in large groups, I guess. But seriously, learn new things. Get out there, get to know other people, and they can teach you new things, and you can teach them new things, and we can make humanity a better place, because that's what it's all about. Us as humans, helping other humans and loving other humans, and stopping with the negativity and bringing positivity to each other and everybody around us. That's what we need to be spreading. We need to be spreading positivity no matter what crap is going on in the world. So that's all I got for you guys, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.